Okay, everybody. Wow. All of that. But see, something about it is not quite right. I'm detecting a setup. They went to go got cash the settlement check. Wow, he's gonna put the settlement check all on a truck in this economy. Maybe it's got like that. But again, we don't know how much the truck was. But anyway, just cast a settlement check. And correction, he didn't say they were going to put it all in a truck. They just went to go buy a truck. So it could have been they were going to spend it all on that. They just cashed it for whatever reason. But I thought about that. You didn't deposit any of the money. You cashed it all. Hey, but do you? It's your settlement. Congratulations. But see, something's not right about this. So I wonder if it is a setup because he said they went to go and buy the truck. What are the odds out of nowhere? How was the What are the odds out of nowhere that person would just stick up on the car? Unless I'm wondering if they followed them from the bank. To me, two things are kind of hidden with this. Either A, did they follow them from the bank, which would be what they call that jugging. You're gonna make a withdrawal uh, from the bank, and then somebody follows you there. So I'm kind of wondering there's two things. Let's get to how they decided to choose him. Was it a circumstance of jugging? Or could it be he said the owner of the truck was not there, it wasn't him? Then who was there? So I'm thinking one or two things. I'll say three. Either the guy just lucked up and they just chose the right vehicle. Okay. Or it could have been jugging. Somebody from the bank could have said, hey, guy come out, got a whole lot of money, and they could have followed them from the bank. And when you draw a large sum of cash, typically, and they probably knew it because it's two men, but they will escort you to your car. When you draw out large sums of cash, the bank will, they'll ask you, Miss, do you need an escort to your vehicle? They want to get you up off the premises. And what happens after that is on you. But as a courtesy, they will offer to escort you to your car if you're doing out large sums of money. So either I'm thinking banking, jugging, okay? Maybe the guys just looked out. Or could it be, he said when they came for the truck, the person that was there wasn't the guy. Well, where was he? You want to sell a vehicle? Aren't you going to be there? Because you want to sell it. So I'm wondering, is the seller in on the deal? Listen. With two men in custody and thousands of dollars of cash strewn all over the street. Wow. And it's all caught on camera. Fox 10's Mark Martinez breaks it down. Break it down. Glendale police dubbed it the Italian job. There's money all over the street. We were making a right-hand turn. We see the fighting. Came up to a car accident and then fighting. The guy and I was like, you guys need to separate. And he's like, he stole $50,000 from me. Surveillance cameras captured the moment two suspects swiped $50,000 from a man's car. And when we got off to get the truck, we had the money in the car. And me, like an idiot, I didn't lock the car. She's like, hey, that car took off with something. He stole something out of your car, he said. And he left. On November 7th, the victim had just cashed a settlement check from the bank, then drove to a home near 83rd Avenue in Northern to purchase a truck. So you went to some location to buy a truck, had money in the car, okay, and then we got off to see the truck with the owner of the truck. He got there. Which was not him. Okay. And we got in the car and we started. So they got there to see the owner of the truck when they got there, but it was not him. Looks like instead it was Titi and them. I'm sorry, I should have said that. But seriously, is it a setup, ladies and gentlemen? That part. And then we got off to see the truck with the owner of the truck. He got there. Which was not him. And we got in the car and we started. So he said, that's what's weird. So you got there to see the owner of the truck, which was not him. Is it a setup? Here's what I asked that. There was a guy, it was him and Dusty Dan, oh my, like a crackhead man. So what happened was, little TT had the idea. They would post the vehicle, and then people come and see the vehicle. And then what he would do, he would have Dusty Dan, looking like the crackhead man, have Dusty Dan come behind the building and then rob the person for the money because they knew they were coming to buy. Yep, they put it several times. They would post it, the vehicle, and then he would have a little crackhead, Dusty Dan, come out from behind the vehicle and rob the person. He'd be like, "Oh, what's going on?" He'd pretend like he was, like he was a victim too. But they put it several times. Anyway, something had gone wrong. They had been pulling it several times, and then they put it one last time, and guess what? The man was not coming off that money. He was not coming off that money. The man wouldn't give the money up. Guess what happened? Again, they put it several times. Dusty Dan, I guess, used to get in his way. Dusty Dan shot and killed the man. He was hiding out behind the store. Dusty Dan turned around, shot, and killed the man. That's what he did. And so that's when it all came out, and Dusty Dan rolled on him. It was like, hey, it was all his idea. It was Senior TT's idea. So Dusty Dan rolled on him and got a lesser sentence, even though he shot and killed a person. But the one who came up with the idea, it was Tyrone. And he thought it was so smart, he was stupid. So Dusty Dan testified and got less time. Then when it came to Tyrone, they'd already made a plea deal. He thought it was so smart, it was so stupid. Let the lawyer do the talking. That's why he's standing there with you, idiots. And what did he do? He started opening up his mouth, getting real slick. And the judge said they'd already made a deal. And then the judge said, "What was that?" "Shut up! The deal's been made. When they want you to speak, they'll let you know to ask you a question. That's when you open up your dumb Bigfoot. Oh no." Little TT, he thought he was so slick. They'd made a deal for him to serve some time. And then when he opened up his big mouth about the deal, he said something real silly. He said something like he was under duress, like he didn't want to, like he's pleading guilty, but he really didn't want to plead guilty. And then that's when the judge said, "What was that?" The judge had already heard it. The judge said, "What was that?" And then when the judge said, "What was that?" she said, "You know what? I'm striking the deal." He said, "Because you know what? I don't want," he said, "No, I'm striking the deal because it's like he already agreed to it. So they're just finalizing it. Okay, so you agree to plead guilty, blah, 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 blah." All he had to say was yes. But oh no, he opened up his dumb beak and then he started to speak. And that's when the judge said, "Nope," threw it out. Guess what happened? She said, "No, I'm not taking a chance because he'll use out an appeal." And it was something like saying, "I'm pleading guilty, but I don't agree." Well, you have to agree. I mean, they're asking you. That's when the judge threw it out. Next thing you know, they gave, he pretty much got life. Because it was like, let's say if you're going to serve 15 to 20, or let's say they're going to make it like 40. Wow. You're going to prison anyway. The only thing that's questionable here is your release date. But he thought it was so slick and got more time. The time he got is like, he looked to me to be in his 30s. You can pretty much wrap it up. By the time you're 700, I doubt that you're going to get you a coming home party. Because the one that's going to probably get a party will be dead. But yeah, the guy they were running this game. And then one man decided, nah, he wasn't going to come off that money. And when that man did not come off that money, that's what did it. And Dusty Dan, the crackhead man, shot. And when he shot, the man died, man dropped. That's what happened. So that's why I'm like, no, it's too convenient. It's really it's too easy. It's way too easy. It is way too easy. Something, what they say, something about this ain't right and some of the milk ain't white. So this right here, I want to know if it's jugging, or I do want to know if the person that was allegedly selling them the truck was in on it. Because how would they know to be there? Crashed out of vehicle, facing charges, and here's the sad thing about it: they won't even get to spend a dime of the money. Won't even get to spend a dime of the money. They didn't even get to buy a donut with it. They didn't get to make it rain. Didn't even get to enjoy it. But that's the chance you take. So even now, like I said, buying a vehicle in a public place is no guarantee. This is still fishy to me. Let me know what you all think. It's just fishy. And then here's the other thing. You do understand that the money, here's the sad thing for the one that's buying the truck. Bruh, you might want to go ahead and cancel that potential transaction, because guess what? It's not like the police going to show up and hand you your money, because chances are, guess what normally happens? That money is going to be held. It might be held. Why? Oh, they're gonna have to use it like a car. Some like one of these baby mothers let her man use the vehicle to go ahead and commit a crime while she on a job and he out there trying to rob. No, he was robbing. I need my car. Oh, you can forget that, ma'am. That car gonna be an impound. Why? Because they're gonna hold that car over for it has to be processed, and you're not gonna get it back. They may have to hold that car over for the trial. That could be months, could be a year. How am I going to get to it? No one cares. You loaned your vehicle to the dusty. You were on a job. You know darn well he doesn't have one. So how is he coming home with money? You know what time it is. He's out there stealing and robbing. How is he coming home with money? He's out there stealing and robbing. So she didn't care. So just like she didn't care, I need my car to get to work. No, I have no sympathy for you, because that's what you signed up for. You took a chance. Your man got caught. How am I going to get to work? You might lose your job. Oh well. So this who with the money, that's the other thing to consider. It is highly probable that they may hold that money as part of the evidence. They may hold that money as part of the evidence. That's if they go to trial. And you better hope that, it's in the evidence room. You think the ones with the bags don't steal? It's in the evidence room. You think? It could be anybody, a clerk. It's missing. Isn't that something? Just a hot mess all around. Where'd it go? Can I get my money back? It wouldn't surprise me if that money goes with the police to the police station. Hope it gets there. To the police station. That's going to be part of the evidence. Isn't that something? The times that we're living in, people are just like so desperate. They don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, be alert, be aware. Why? There are many diabolical, desperate dust buckets out there. They will rob you. I mean, it's really scary to even think about trying to buy a vehicle this day and age. Do you need to come with two cars? You and somebody for the transaction, and then somebody else just to be able to stand out to watch recording? It may come to it to be safe, especially women. Do you need to come with two cars? You and the person that's going to buy the vehicle, and then just have somebody just kind of, driving back, just watching the transaction go down, had a phone out. It may sound extreme, but guess what? The times that we're living in, yeah, the times that we're living in, to me, it's not extreme at all. Not at all. This is where we are. Anyway, people, let me know what you think. I've got a few questions about this issue. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Please be alert, be aware. People are desperate because times are really, really hard out there. And I'm out.